Okay, let's get settled. Let's see. We are looking. All right, so what I found is we're going to do the inverse of the column one. At first, I was like, wait a minute, this is the same thing. I was like, no, it's not. All right, let's do this. And we need to record a video, and I have a hard stop today at an hour and a half because I have an interview. So, and I'm trying not to be, you all see a part of me. I am not a relaxed individual. I'm not laid back. I am extremely high strung. My family makes fun of, hang on, I want to do that. I like that break. Don't like that break. There. I think that grouping is a lot better. Let's see. All right, so we have some people dropping in. So this is going to be the reverse. So I always assume that you're like, oh, it's the same thing, but it's just backwards. So it'll be simple. This is why I love Leetcode so much. Is they are not as always as simple as they appear, and you have to really, really think about it. So. All right, let's see. What is that one? Let me try to organize this. I have way too many tabs open. That's that. I was reading back up on data IQ stuff because I'm going to have to speak to that today a little bit. But it'll be what it is. And then I may be on another live stream next week, so I'll keep everyone apprised. So, all right, let's get started with this. So this is Leetcode 168. Given an integer column number, return its corresponding column title as it appears in an Excel sheet. So, all right, let's get this working. So, all right, so we're going to be using, all right, so it's going to be, my brain goes to this maybe. Did we have anything outstanding that we didn't finish yesterday? I feel like we did, but I'm not 100% sure. But so we're doing the inverse of this today. So let's go ahead and get started. We finished Pascal's triangle. Oh, and we do need to record today. Don't know exactly. We may do that first here in a minute when we get settled. So we did. I think we're gonna do starting. I did Pascal's triangle. Yeah. Let's move that. We can just put done. Done. I think we're going to do this because this is October. This is a few weeks in. So people are in their programming class and they're like, what do I do? I remember those days. You're starting a new class and you're so excited. You have no idea what you really are doing when you get there. It all makes sense until you get your first assignment. And then you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's check the coloring and the lighting because my voice is warmed up. Everybody was, ooh, that's not good. That's not great either. Yellow. Ooh, that was a good hue. Let's see. So if you're just joining, we have a compressed schedule because I can only be on for an hour and a half today. So I inadvertently picked the one because I was intrigued by it, but I think since we've already done the inverse of it, we get the basic fundamentals, so we should be able to do it quickly. And also we need to record, and I need to drop in an hour and a half because I have an interview and shortly thereafter, so I need to get ready and get prepared. So if you're just joining us, do me a favor and hit that like button. Starting to learn programming, starting to learn Python, starting to learn Python programming, starting to learn Python programming. Because I don't want to do it in 24 like it's New Year's resolution just the beginning of the school year. Starting to learn Python programming. All right. That's a bad word. That's this side. Hang on. That's not good. Lighting is a very interesting thing to me. Still don't understand it, but it does intrigue me. And that's bad. All right. So bear with me, everyone. I need to get this done. Hey, Nico. All right. So let me finish recording this real quick video for today. And then we'll get going on today's challenge. I'll put the Leetcode challenge in the description so everyone can at least look at it. All right, so there we are. Let me knock out today's video, and then we'll go from there. Let me click over to OBS. Let me get ready. Starting to learn Python programming. Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics. So if you're just getting started in school and you're just learning programming, this is the place to be. So if you're new here, thanks for joining us. This is what we do. We do micro videos, one subject at a time. So learning programming and Python at the same time, that might sound like, oh, I'm just learning one thing. Well, you're not. You're learning a brand new language structure, the syntax, and then if you're brand new to programming as well, you're learning the concepts, the building blocks of how to go and think about problem solving from a programming standpoint. So this is the channel where you need to be. We have over 1,100 videos. We have a Discord community with the link down below. You can get all the support that you need and deserve over there. So make sure you're joining that server and asking any questions that you need help with. I remember what it's like. I started learning Python at 36 years old. It's challenging. It can be overwhelming. It's rewiring of your brain. But once you get it, it really is an easy step to go from how did I solve this with my normal thoughts to how do I write this in programming. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I've always been intrigued with programming, but I really didn't take to it till I was later in life at 36. And if I can do it, you can do it. So please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, so you're not missing out on any of these videos. And if you can, we've been doing live streams during the week. Make sure you're jumping over there and seeing the type of things that we solve every day. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. All right. And we have that done. All right. So let's get going on. I have 81 views on. That is awesome, Nico. Do I know where your YouTube channel is? That is very cool. That is absolutely awesome. Because I don't think I hit any videos with 81 until my channel. How are you, Karthik? Karthik, glad to have you here. I don't believe I've seen you before, so we're glad to have you. So what we're doing is we're going to go through. I feel like the lighting is really bad today. All right, so we're going to go through this challenge right here. We can put done on this one too. Move this back down here. Paste. Done. I don't know what we're going to do exactly about these junior and senior series, because I want to show best efficiencies starting with a solution, but then I'm also concerned that it's going to make everyone feel that they should be able to write very efficient code instead of just, so I'm on the fence about it. All right, so correspondingly, if we get the number 26, so we're going to use column number, that is a lot, equals 1, we're just going to copy these. And we need to convert it to a letter. So it's the reverse of this. Oh, I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to use, we're definitely going to be using, we're not going to be creating a dictionary on this. So was it char A? Nope. A. There we go. All right, so and maybe minus, was it 26? So we need to have the corresponding, we get 1. So what is, let's think about this. All right, let me see if anybody's in chat right now. Let's see. Well, it's a YouTube short, so it gets more views than normal because people don't have to click on the. Oh, very good. Vinky, how are you? I'm doing well. Can you use the junior versus Sears as yesterday's solution? Like I use a list extend and sort, and senior would be divide and conquer solution. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I don't have any ideas for another YouTube video. Oh, so all right, so let's kind of Vinky, that's actually a great idea. But Nico, let me just talk to you about that. So that's the trick of content creation, is you just have to don't overthink it. Don't be trying to sit around and find out, oh, I got to have this great video. Just get in the habit of creating a video. So it just get it out and you'll begin to create. If you're going to wait for the great video, you're going to miss out on all the other videos. So I saw this one business leader, and he's a marketing guy. Marketing, just cutting edge. I'm sure everyone's heard of his name. But his comment was, I bet there are songs that you almost didn't release to musicians. He likes to ask that question. And they all kind of giggled. He's like, yeah, and he already knows the answer. He goes, yeah, our 3 most popular songs we almost didn't create. So the point of it is just anything that interests you. But I'm also limited because my mic is broken, so I can't use my voice. Oh, I got it. Can you record on your phone and then basically dub it over? Are you able to do that? And Vinky, I like the junior senior. I'll let me grab that. I copy that. Copying. I don't have to remember. There we go. Okay. And I just can't say enough. So if you're just joining in, also, Vinky, I don't think you were here. I have a interview at I have a hard break. I can only be on for an hour and a half. So I just want to, I don't know what's going to transpire from it, but in case I do have to slow down or stop making live streams. I just want to make sure everyone here knows how much I appreciate everyone coming and hanging out and keeping my mind busy and keeping my problem solving at the forefront and helping me with a lot. Vinkey with all the solutions and the math. I mean, don't disregard who's in the room that you can learn from them as well. I'm as smart as I am, loose term, because I'm quote unquote smart, not because of being smart, but because of everything else. Me trying harder than everyone. Now, and I will put it up against anybody else that I try harder than that. I put that up every day because that's effort. You can control your effort, and my effort I hold in very high esteem because that's mine, and it contributes to everything else around me. So yes, blah 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 blah. Have I gotten to do all this? Yes, but it has to do with the effort that I put in, logging in here every day, making all of these videos, spending time with everyone in here. So you guys were also doing that for me. You're spending your time coming here, hanging out, sharing your thoughts, sharing your ideas, and I really appreciate that. So I just want to throw that out for a few minutes. So, all right. So now let's get into Vinkey. What I'm kind of thinking the quality is going to be like someone hit the CD disc with a sledgehammer, then tried to download the sound and upload it. That's funny. That right there is a video. Nico, that's a video. That's hilarious. Make fun of that. Let that be the thing. See that's a whole that. Okay, so the show Seinfeld, that was basically Larry David's life. And then they started to change it a little bit. Everybody's life is interesting and funny. Find the funny. I saw this one comedian and I thought she was hilarious, and her thing was you have to find the funny. So that was whoa. Oh, hang on a second. I thought I brought all the dogs in. Give me a minute. All right, I'm coming, everyone. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, it's about it's about life. It's about quirkiness. It's about everything. So, but yeah, the more that I've learned about the Seinfeld show, it was basically Larry David's life. George is Larry David. Kramer was actually a neighbor of a real life. That character was not created. He stole it from the guy across the hall. It was literally there was a real life Kramer. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this. Lighting is awful today. I love the entries. Yes. And then, yeah, he's an interesting fella. So especially when I found out that person was real, I was like, yeah. And I didn't know how long Larry David had worked on Seinfeld. I was surprised by that. All right. Okay, so I think we're gonna use ASCII ASCII sums, ASCII numbers. So what do we need to do to get, so minus 26. 26 minus, I don't know, do we want to do this or do we want to do our dictionary again? Because if it's, so 30, so we need to add, so what's the variation? How can we get to, so char, so what's our key? So 65, is it that way? Yeah, all right. So we're going to go, $65, so 1. So if we're given, so we need to come up with a key of what do we need to add. So if we're given one, so 64. So 60, let's just check something. 64 plus 1, that gets us A. So we need to add everything to 60. Add everything to 64, add, all right. This is where I'm weak, thinking about transmutation. Column number plus or letter. To go fix the problem. All right. See you in a minute, Vinky. Or Nico, sorry. Vinky solution. Char column number plus or letter. All right. Let's see. So it'd be 1 plus ORD. But we're going to get, okay, I'm not, sorry, Vinky. I know you're onto something. I'm not seeing it. Column number plus. So, all right, let's see. So if we're given 1, let's comment these two out because we just got to get it to work. There we go. And I need that to be A. And first I need to convert this over. We may just be doing our dictionary since I'm having a challenging time seeing this. Yeah. Okay. We can solve that later. We got to get this done. I have an hour. Let's see. Import. From import. Also, if we have anyone new here, I want them to be able to see the collection of this. Import ASCII upper. Import ASCII upper. As upper. So no way it knew what I was talking about. As upper. So ASCII uppercase. So you can control this, and then we're making what I do. Nums equals list range 1 through 27, and then equals dict zip. We want the nums first, and then upper. Let's double check this. What? Upper is not defined. Upper is not defined. Seriously? Equals upper. Is it really not going to do that? Let's see if it does it here. From string. Okay. What is this not liking? Import string. String. Dir on string. ASCII uppercase. Anybody see it? This is where this dyslexia. I did not see. I've actually done that. I've actually produced code at work. And they're like, hey, did you check this thing has 7 P's in it? I think it was P, because these blur together for me. So, all right, there we go. All right, so here's our dictionary with our key. If anybody's never seen this, raise your hand and we'll go over this again. I've done a couple times with this. So I created a dictionary. So dictionary is a key value pair. And Y has... There we go. Sorry, I'm just highlighting something. And if everyone can do me a favor, and if you've not clicked the like button, go ahead and hit the like button for me. So, all right. So we could probably do this with ASCII and the char and the ORD. Yeah, ORD function to convert this back and forth. But the conversion rate I'm having a hard time with. So we don't have time for me to figure that out in my brain and go from here. So now what we need to do is, of course, we need to set up an algorithm to find out the column number. But basically, if we also think about this, the remainder of the column number, because when we get to here, we're going to have a problem. And then we're going to need Venki's math skills to help us roll this over. Because, so letter equals, letters, there we go, letters equals an empty string. So then column number then letter. My bad, character 4 plus ORD gives you E. Okay, no worries. Oh, okay, that's where your root is. I like that. That is so elegant. I knew you had, I knew, see, again, you were in the vicinity of it, and that is so clean. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. So everybody look in chat. I'm staring at chat of what Venki's solution was to build the base on using ASCII without having to create a dictionary. So that's a perfect example of going from, this is junior, get it done. Venki's senior solution, very elegant, setting it up for building the base case of basically a cipher. We need to do one on that, and it's basically a sliding cipher where you adjust, or it's kind of like the pinwheel in A Christmas Story, where you have the corresponding letters, and then you would just shuffle this around and rotate this and have like A be 12, and then everything, and then Z would be 11. Hey, Clubbist. Error. You already see an error somewhere? All right, so let's check this out. Letter A. So, all right. So right now we have this setup, print, and then I need to increment. So we're going to need to do this in a loop. So basically, if we think about this, what comes into my head is a while loop. So while this is greater than 26. So while, this needs to be here, while column number greater than 26. So why am I picking 26? Because there are 26 letters. So what happens? So 28, so boom. This is where we get our new A and a B. So we would take A, all right, let's go through this. So what is our human logic? What is our human brain saying? So I look at 1 and I know 1 is A. So if we got 26, we would know 26 is Z. Now, here's where it gets fun. So now we get to 28. So 28, there's no 28th letter. So we do 28 divided by 26. So we need to do a floor division. We've done stuff very similar to this. So we're going to get 1. But then now also, this is a great tool in Python. And whomever is sitting around coming up with these, they're genius, because these are the things that you're going to need to solve. This is actually not far off from a very real world problem. So now, so if I can divide this more than once, Vinky, we're going to need to get some math from you of when do we need to have the other letter. So if it divides by the power of, if it divides by, and this is also why having smarter, you don't want to, if you're ever in the room and you're the smartest person there, you're in the wrong room. You need to get a better room. So Vinky, you may want to get a better room. But Vinky's math skills are going to bail us out today. Vinky, be thinking about, because I can handle 2 characters, but when we get to the 703, like we did last time, because they gave us this example. Let's come up here. Right. I could handle this. I knew this was 26 times 26. I could envision that. And then we added y was 25. 25. I could handle that. But this leap right here, couldn't do it. But Vinky goes, hey, here's the math, which is so elegant and so perfect. So we're going to have that same problem. And if you look, they did the exact same thing. They go, no, it's easy. It's easy. And then we're going to have the same output. So it's the exact same reverse. So let's just change this so we can be prepared. It'd be AAA, right? 703, AAA, 703. So we're already prepared. This is where the edge case testing is vital. All right. We're under an hour, so let's keep moving. So we need to, while it's greater than, so we're going to be tracking our, okay. I'm going to have to do a rollover, rounding, counting, or power, because we need to divide this down to 26. Oh boy. All right. So let's get this to work for this for here. Okay, so then we take column number, floor division, 26. Okay. All right. I'm having a hard time not going to the third character, because I know this will work very easily for the first character. Divide by 26. Because then I can see it being what's 10,000. All right, so I'm having a hard time I struggle with not going to the next problem instead of just solving this problem at hand. I hate all that highlighted. Let's just do this. There we go. All right, let's get this to work for 2. And then we'll worry about this in a second. All right, so new column letter. So I don't know. We're just going to call this super. Then remainder. We may have to just change this whole thing. I don't know if this is going to work, but column number modulo 26. So let's test this out. So 28 floor division. We got 1, so that's A. Sorry, what I'm doing is I'm trying to find a solution I'm still not doing a good job of just getting to round this. So here we are. Let's see. Oh wow, we've already had 44 people come and most of them go. We've had 41 come and go, and I think we have our main group. So Nico's probably here, Binky's probably here, and there's a third person I don't know who's here. So in case you haven't hit that like button or said hey, I would love to know who's here with us, and if you tell me the time of where you are, that would be cool. All right, so our super, because we need to count and roll as we roll through this. So basically the first number, so if the super, we need to continue going through. Column number, use it below to update the iteration. All right, column number, divide. So is it decrement if we do division? So all right, let's talk about Vinky's solution here for a second, because if you're new to Python and you're about to see what I'm about to type, it's gonna look so crazy. So let's look at it. Column no, why isn't this in there? Column number. So let's look at this. So you've seen this before. All right. Let's change column number to 28. Column number divided by 26. All right. So you possibly have seen decrement and increment. So in Python, this is completely legal. You take x plus 1, right? All right, so x is 2. Now you can do this right here. This is incrementing. But here's the thing. You can do this with all math operators. So now I could come up here. So now x is 3. Let's make x. Let's do that one more time. Let's make it 4. So now I could sit up here and go x divided by 2 equals, x is equal to x divided by 2, right? Or I could go here, same thing. Now, floor division. This is, you're going to get the first character. It's not rounding. let's look at 28 divided by 26, right? So 28, floor division 26. It's not rounding, it chops off. So if I were to do the inverse, so 26 divided by 28, I get 9.92. If I do floor division, if this was rounding, this would round up to 1, but it's not. It's the nearest whole number. So now we can legally do this with floor division. Whoa. This is the equivalent of all of that. Hello, Vara. Glad to have you here. So this is a completely legal statement. Use it below the update iteration. Because we want to bring this down, but then we're going to need to capture how many times it goes through. Agree? Because if we don't, because I'm comfortable when we get to these, we're rolling through, we're counting. And my problem is when we get here, how do we know when to roll? Because the other way, your math, how do we do that on the other math? We went backwards. Okay, so you've got about a month of Python. So what we're doing is this is a Leetcode challenge of where you'll be given a number, and then you need to output its corresponding column. So I don't know if you have much Excel experience, but you have rows and columns in Excel. And let's just use the example. The first 26 columns are labeled A through Z. Then that 27th column is AA. And the 28th column is AB. Well, we need to write an algorithm to decipher every single column. And we've done this on the inverse, so it's going to be similar to this type of iteration. So what we're going to have to design is a way to basically count and go through and find the corresponding columns for the we have to properly label. There we go. Properly label the column with what count of column it is. So yes, simple. Yes, not simple. Because the first 26 we're going to compare, and we looked up. Also, take a peek at that. If you have about a month of experience, I don't know how much in that month you've practiced or studied, but this is a good little piece right here to just kind of glance at. And if you've also not joined the Discord server, do that. It's a great place to get help and resources and support that you need and deserve. So, all right. So we're here because each time through, so if we divide by 26, that is rolling over a next letter. So if we divide it by 26 at all, it's at least 2 columns. What I'm worried about is 2 columns. 2 lengths, 2 characters. Column corresponding, because this will work to get us up to here. But now when we get to when we get up to 3 characters or anything over 702, that's what I'm worried about. To how to correspond with this. Because we need to, because I don't know if we're going to go forwards or backwards. So like we did in our last example, we went in reverse and we iterated through the beginning character. We looked at here. We found out how long. Did we find out the length of it? Yes, we did. We looked at the reverse. Gotcha. Thanks for the breakdown. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. No, don't worry. That's what we're here. We're here to be interrupted. How much Python streams do you have? First time I've seen your channel popped up on my recommendations. So I've had an interesting career. I've been studying Python and utilizing Python for 11 years. Been a data analyst for 2, and the more that I really am aware of what I'm capable of, I'm more closer to a data engineer with using Python and pandas and chopping up data and putting it where it needs to be. But I can use Tableau. I've built a few applications with Visual Basic, but yeah, I used to work for Walmart and spent a long time with Walmart. Spent 20 years in a building distribution center, and I'm a self-taught programmer. So some of the best practices I've acquired, some I still do not have. You will notice that sometimes I'll write some very elegant code, and then other times very sloppy. And that's the get it done in me to make it work. So, but overall, pretty good problem solver. So right now we're trying to design this algorithm. But yeah, you're exactly right. That's somewhat I want to do. Yeah, what you're gonna just keep working at it. I know that sounds cliche. Just keep working at it, but no. Honestly, I send out so I'm unemployed right now. So I send out probably anywhere between, depending on the day and the number of jobs that post, 5 to 10 applications a day. Live stream got the results for September. I published something like 7 videos, but 27 live streams. I thought I skipped a lot more days than that. So that was actually pretty cool. So have an interview today, have a meeting in like 2 weeks, and then have another meeting in a week. So just getting yourself out there and solve problems. Building these projects. So I do these to keep my mind sharp. But I'm also in the background trying to work on real world problems that I have or somebody else has. So solve a real problem, because that's what people want, is they want people who can solve anything. So I'm going to find out a lot more today during the interview with the recruiter, and we'll go from there. Vinky, how about while column greater than 0, remainder, and then let column. Ooh, I like that, Vinky. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much, Vara. Okay, how about while loop while column greater than 0, remainder, and no worries. Then letter. Vinky, I don't know if I'm losing something in translation in chat. Send that over in Discord. Because, so the remainder, because my problem is, when are we going to roll over to the third character? because I'm trying to, in the back of my head, and I'm trying to not keep it there and verbalize this, is this. So we took that, and we had the column title because it would tell us, so we knew how many times we were going to have to multiply by the number of places. So we already got the places of, and it was going to be easy to roll over and do the math because of your algorithmic design here. But my problem is, when do we know to move to a new? This works great for up to here. But we need to see, unless I'm completely wrong, unless you're like, no, it is doing it, which is highly possible. We've had that discussion. You've shown me that the algorithm that you've designed works flawlessly. So whenever I say, and I want to make sure I preface this, I'm not seeing it. I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm not seeing that this solution, well, I guess we could try it, can't we? Yeah, how about we do that? So while column greater than 0. Okay, so we change this. Whoa. So we change this to greater than 0. And I think I probably need to set an alarm. Let me do that right now because I don't need to be on. I'm going to set a timer for 34 minutes. Okay, because I've got to do a hard break. Let's see. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right, cool. Got the timer, so I'm not going to go over because I have to drop. If you're just dropping in, I have to drop in 34 minutes because I need to get ready for an interview. Let's see. So you said for while, then remainder equals and. Let's see. Okay. And then we need to wait a second. All right, so we can, it's going to be a lot of extra writing, meaning writing to this. So if we, will you be streaming again today? Today, no. I just subbed and will join Discord after stream. Not going to be streaming again more today. It's early morning for me, and we'll probably stream more tomorrow. Not again today. I get it. I'd stream in the morning to get going. But Vinky, tell me what you think about this. We don't need to have a counter. We just, if it is here, it writes to the letter. Or it writes to it. And then, yes, we'll be double checking, but we won't be doing any other things. So basically, if this number and, all right, let me try this. So, Vinky, check this out. So basically, letters equals Z, and column number equals like 20, like it would be column, so it'd be 2. So it would be 2 right here. There we go. So we're dividing, we're keeping column number, and we're changing the letter. How do we want to change the letter? Okay, don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that solution. But that's the only way that I'm thinking about counting. Because we've got to continue to move through. Because then so if z, what would we do? So we'd increment, or it'd override. If z is while, okay, so it's going to be continuously checking this while this is greater than z and column number greater than. So we're going to keep changing this while this is greater than 26. Let me try to re-say that again, because that was not very good. Let me respond to this. And who? Whoop, no, accidentally hit my timer. Oh, is it paused? No, it's not paused. And there we go. Okay. Vinky, is that making any sense? I don't know if I'm getting that out of my head well enough. So instead of coming up with a counter, because I'm trying to envision this with a dial. So as we go through, we dial this letter up. And then if it's greater than 26, it gets A. So if it's greater than 26, it at least has an A in front of it, right? Then corresponding because this will work up until here. So let's see, 26. Oh, I did it again. Letter column. Okay, what it? Oh, this is a horrible design. All right, so whenever you're doing something like this and you have gaps, you more than likely don't have a good logical algorithm to even attempt to convert. So what I'm doing, so the flaw here that I'm trying to overcome is I don't have a strict set of rules for this, for my human logic that I'm deciding. So I'm constantly moving back and forth, and this is when you will get into trouble, when you're constantly moving back and forth between trying to solve this with your human brain and you're trying to write this in Python brain. And so I'm constantly, so you're basically splitting your energy and you're trying to do two things at one time, and you cannot do two things at one time. I do not care what anybody tells you that you can't multitask. You can flow through multiple tasks and do them in pieces, but you literally cannot do two tasks at one time, other than an internal motor skill of chewing, breathing, eating. You can chew gum and walk and chew gum at the same time, but I would argue that those are not two tasks. I would love to see somebody try to sing a song and play baseball. So, all right, let's get this going on a human basis. So I got 26 minutes. And this is why I love these. Because I was the same way. I was like, okay, this won't be that bad. And this is where Leetcode does a spectacular job, where it is simple until it is not. Let's bring this down here so I keep scrolling. So I will stop scrolling. Let's put this in here. I have a strong feeling we're going to be utilizing that. I just don't know how to. So it's basically like I have this formula, but I don't know where it goes. It's like a physics problem. I don't know where this. I know this is the solution. I just don't know where to put it. So it's here. It just needs to be augmented a little bit. So I wonder, is there a way to do algebra on this and rearrange this? So we iterated through, so now we need to go backwards. So we need to go in reverse. There's no way to tell other than so if it's greater than 26, it gets an A. If letter, here we go. You got it already? That's fantastic. You got to tweak it, or I got to tweak it. All right. Okay, don't tell me, but very good job, Vinky. I knew Vinky would get this. Vinky is exceptional with math and these type of problems, and I'm very glad that we have Vinky here with us, because you're only as good as the people you have around you. All right, tweak with column number to the end. All right, so let me see if I can get this to at least work to here, and then we can go from there. All right, so what do I want to do? So column number, what's that? Well, I'm bringing us down, then cause I am of no gel. Sorry, no. I'm bringing us down. I'm not following. I am of no worries. We're all in this together. The whole point of this is basically just practice, exercise, staying on top of problem solving. Because especially very important skills, and I argue that problem solving is a highly sought after skill. Pilots, doctors, pilots, surgeons, if they don't practice all the time, they're like, I don't. And then it's almost like then it becomes so long. It's like, well, wait a minute. I need to stay sharp in my skills. Pilots get really jittery if they haven't flown in like a couple of weeks. Because I don't even know how commercial pilots, if they get sick and they're out for a month or so, because my dad's a private pilot, and him going 2 weeks without flying, he's like, I don't, and he'll just go up and just kind of fly around and come back, because you just have to keep these skills exercised. Same thing like songwriters. Some of them just write all the time. They don't even use the songs, but they are constantly writing to keep those skills sharp and up to date. So, all right. Vara, please do not worry about bringing anybody down. You compare yourself to you. Write some code today, compare that code to yesterday. That's the proper comparison. So, all right. Venki's already solved this. I'm not comparing myself to Venki. I'm comparing myself to me. These challenges, these dial switches, I have to do these because I struggle with these, because I can't, especially since it's a non-base 10. So Venki's solution the other way, this is a base 26 solution where you're cycling through and realizing and taking the power of the length of the characters. So now that may Venki's already probably solved this, and I don't know how close this is to this. Venki, were you able to get it to work with 703 and get AAAs to come out? Because first I just have to get this to work with with anything between 27 and 702. But right now I don't have anything that works. All right. So 26. Because we could do one more. But I see where I'm going is, does it then solve for, what would this be? Let's add one more. Curious to how big this would be. 3 plus. What? D is not in here? Seriously? Oh, it's because the inverse. Returned ZY and AAA. Bingo. All right. You may need to show me in a minute, because I do want to throw this out so everyone can see it. Key. Oh, we did the reverse last time. That's why. The value. Okay. As we did value pair the other side. Right? Let me see. So, all right. So, Vara, dictionaries are key value pairs. Did I go too far? Yeah, so dictionary key value pair. Yeah. Letter num where we did the reverse. So real quick, and then actually we're just going to get Venki to share if Venki does not mind, so we can at least get everybody out to do this. So I'm importing this from a built-in Python library. Instead of importing the entire string, I'm only importing the ASCII characters. So I'm just getting the uppercase. So if you can see, Python is case sensitive. A and a lowercase a and an uppercase a are not the same character. They actually have two different values because they're two different keys corresponding to get the output to come on the screen. So our human brain makes a lot of assumptions for us and connects a lot of dots. Programming does not. Assumes nothing, does not check for anything. So now I'm taking, then if you've never seen something like this, there's a range object. I'm converting it into a list, and then I'm putting this into a dictionary, a key value pair. I'm zipping and making a zip object of these two right here, putting them together. This is my key, this is my value, putting in a dictionary. Boom. So now we are coming through. So let's come up here, show you this. So now my key is 1. So whenever I call 1 on dictionary, I get A. So D1, I get A. That's the structure of how a dictionary works. That's some bad lighting. That's not bad. I wonder if I need to move that light over. All right. Teeth. Yeah, teeth aren't that bad. Is that as high as it'll go? Yeah. Maybe I just need to get a second light. All right. So now, premise is divide by 26. If I get over 26, it goes to A. All right. So I'm trying to get my human brain to go wrap around this because I am not. All right, Venki, we have 15 minutes. Can you throw that into Discord so we can at least unpack it and I can at least share your very elegant solution because I'm not seeing this. My human brain can't even wrap around here because I can get A. Because if I were to go, so if you were to get BB, or BA, how about we do BB? So it would be 26. So it would be 26 times 2 plus 2. 54 would be BB. Correct? Venki, is that correct? I don't know if Venki's still here. We may be out of luck if Venki had to drop. All right. Looks like Venki may had to go and take care of some things. Because most everybody is on the other side of the globe, and it's later. It's in the evening. So, all right. We'll keep trying to work on this. So if we can divide by 26. So 54 divided by 26. So that's 2. So that's where we go. And okay, Venki gave the solution. Let's look at it. All right. Ooh. Okay, so let's pull this out. Z and AA. All right, this is fantastic. So column -1, I'm already liking this of where you're going with this. So while column number less than 0, column number minus equal 1, you'll have to explain that to me. That's already looking pretty elegant. So then we're going to look at the remainder. And Vara, we'll look at the remainder here in a second of what the remainder is doing. Because that is a very powerful tool in Python. Letter remain +1 plus letter. This is pretty. Because I'm going to need to dissect this. I wanted to solve this, but I want everyone here to have a solution instead of watching me struggle on this. And we have Venki to save the day, like several times before. And then column number floor division 26. And then let's just get this into, let's move this all over here. And throw this in a title. I like that. Column number. All right, so Vara, we'll look at what return and why we're doing a print on this. Title 701. Dyslexic to a T, will never let me down. All right. Invalid syntax, and I forgot this. Let's see, letter on line 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Oh, didn't get all that. Local variable reference before assignment. Letter, D letter. Ooh, I'm off a little bit. Letter ABC, letter. I don't have a blank letter here. So that error means I'm doing something, calling it, hasn't been created yet. So this was calling it, I'm creating it here, but I'm referencing it here, and I didn't have this assigned. All right. And I'm still off. So let's go from the top. Letter, while column number remain doing this twice. Vinky's probably going bananas. Like, you're ruining my code. All right. You used floor division twice and returned outside. Yes. Outside. It's easier, or it will turn my disk logged out for no reason. Handle 0 index, or it would return. Alright. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Alright, Vinky, let me see. There we go. Alright, so let's kind of unpack this. I got 7 minutes to kind of fly through this. Vinky has saved the day again. And so, Vara, so let's kind of go through this. And I'm going to need to really sit on this for a second to go through what that's doing. But all right, so let's kind of go through the anatomy of this. And I'm kind of hung up on that term, the anatomy of this. So it was failing because I had this indented. So in Python, this white space, indentation, whichever term you hear, those are synonymous. Those are the exact same thing. So when it's indented or underneath or included in this area, this is the body or instruction. So I had this a part of this while loop. So it will do all of this until this header is no longer true. So I had my return inside of here. And same thing, you'll do that, and the same thing with this principle of it was throwing up on this line because I was saying, hey, go look at this variable, but it was like, hey, I don't know what this variable is because I forgot this line. So this looks weird, if you're brand new and you haven't seen this before, this is what's called an empty string. So we're adding characters here because we're creating a string of characters. All right, so we have to have a starting point. That's the dirty little secret in programming. You have to pick a starting point. And sometimes you can let it be 0, sometimes it's a something, but it's got to start somewhere. It's got to start somewhere. And I actually did a couple videos on like finding the largest number. Comment that out and check again. All right. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't really dove into that because I love this of what you're doing. Well, it works. So how about we do what did we decide would be we couldn't get up to yeah, I forgot to starting point sometimes. When I don't, yes, you're gonna, and then you get into an infinite loop, right? Everybody does that, and that's so important because it will become a part of your programming journey, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm not incrementing here. And then when you get seasoned and very good at it, you'll do the exact. You'll still do it, which is fine. If think about when you make think about this as a typo. Like if you're a literary expert and I were to have this over here and I'm so close. Here's a perfect example. Vara, let me show you what we were working on a couple of days ago. This one right here. The output was just not quite right. I just couldn't figure it out. It was that subtle. It was that little thing back and forth right there. That little bit. But so was I completely wrong or did I have a little typo? Now, does it cause everything to fail and not be right? But yes, but go and dissect the anatomy of what are you doing? What is wrong? What could be causing it? And then go, oh, wait a second. I'm adding an extra 1 instead of just a 1 at the end. Oh, unindent this, and you have then your solution. So that's not a completely wrong. And then also, since you are super new, this is a very important, and I'm going to do a video on this. Separate yourself from your solution. So, and it goes both ways. So if I'm always, so you could be, there's I had my grandfather, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So don't get overly confident when you're right all the time, and don't get overly frustrated if you're wrong all the time. If your logic is sound, then you're fine. So, all right, I got 3 minutes. Anything pressing we want to talk about before I drop? Because I've got to go get moving, splash some water on my face, look at some notes, and then I have my call at 1:15. But Venki, thank you so much. Love this solution. I need to dissect this a little bit more because this is very elegant, but this is a perfect dynamic solution. So when you hear the word dynamic, it means it will work in any situation. And that's how you design an algorithm. Is you don't go, oh, I had somebody on my team and they would go in and they would have to go and change the dates or input PO numbers. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Well, and it was, I didn't want to take the time and do the work and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, how much time are you spending? And fix it forever. That needs to be a term you get comfortable with. Fix it forever. So make a dynamic solution that fixes it forever. All right, here we go. Let's talk about that. Fix it forever. All right. So we're going to need to do that. I like that. Let me save that. Save. Understand the anatomy. And then, also, Vara, while you're still new, one also important thing is Thanks for running through this for me. Oh, no, I was a newbie too. Everyone was that's what people, be careful who you associate with. They're like, why can you, you can't do this? Well, they couldn't do this when they started either. Whatever this is, input this problem. So if they are speaking down and they're not supportive, that's not somebody you want to be hanging out with. But here's one other thing. Your human brain is doing more work than you think. It's going through and it's solving this problem and associating a solution faster than you think that you are. So if you think you're only doing one step, if you think it's one step, it's probably more than one step. It's because I looked at this and I go, okay, all right, so that's A, B. Whoa. How did you do that? How did you do that? Well, because it's greater than 26, so it has to be more than that. So, all right, that's my timer. I've got to drop. I will see everyone tomorrow. We'll do something cool, and maybe I will dissect exactly what Venki's solution is doing. I'm so intrigued by this and this. I think I know what it is, but we'll answer more. But Venki, as always, thank you so much for an elegant solution. Nico, I'm glad you're back. Sorry, I need to drop because I need to prep for a call that I have in a few minutes. Vara, very nice to meet you. Glad you're here. Try to come and hang out tomorrow. We'll do an awesome solution. We'll finish this up. You have a good day too. And maybe I'll have an update for how today goes. And we'll go from there. Hopefully it will be a slow adjustment and I can taper off some streams. Hopefully it won't be. Thank you, Nico. I won't have to drop immediately. But all right. Bye, everyone. I will see everyone tomorrow.